everyone. I know it's been a while. Nothing has changed around here. It has been super hot. The heat index has been up to like 111 to 115 every single day. It's that high again today, but I felt like it was time to get back to work on the house. We've just been spending some time with Mikey, going fishing for catfish, and now it's time to get back to work. And we'll go fishing on Saturdays when he's home from school. So yesterday we went shopping and we bought quite the stack of lumber. So we've got all of these. These are 2x10s by 16, and there's some more over here. So we had to get 82 2x10s by 16s. And so the way this is going to work out, I did my research on span tables and how far apart you could put your floor joists depending on the size of them and all of that. So what we are doing, we had two options. We could do 2x12s, 16 inches on center, which is typical. Or we could do 2x10s, 1 foot on center. And we chose to go with the 2x10s because of the price of lumber. It just worked out cheaper to get more 2x10s than it would have been to get the 2x12s, at least where we live. So we are doing 2x10s, 1 foot on center. We have to build a girder wall or a pony wall. So the pony wall goes down the middle here, and on top of that pony wall goes the girder, which is going to be 3 2x12s, all nailed together. And those will sit on top of, you call it a 6x6, but it's 3 2x6s nailed together. So that's what we have to work on first, is getting a string line across here so we know the height of the 6x6s, which are actually what, like 4.5x6. But anyway, so that's what's got to go up first. And then we can put the girder on before we start the floor joists. And we did realize after getting home that we forgot to buy a little bit of lumber, because I have some 2x12s by 16s, which I'm using for the girder or the beam that goes across the middle. But over there, you can see that 2x12 right there. It's not actually where it goes. It has to go higher than that. But I need 2x12s all the way around, and that is what the joist hangers will get attached to with the floor joists over there. So we didn't buy 2x12s yesterday. We have some left over that we're going to use on the girder, but we didn't buy any for the rim boards. So we're not going to get too far on doing floor joists, but we need to get everything else ready. Now, one thing I did notice, and well, I guess I've been noticing it through this whole build, and so I kind of paid attention to it yesterday, was that if you go by a 2x10, 2x12, 2x whatever, they're not all the same. Not just the length, but the width. So we went through and we measured each 2x10 as we stacked it. This stack, they are 9 1/4 inches. This stack is 9 1/8 inches. And that stack is 9 1/4. So we have this many boards here that are only 9 1/8. So that means when we put these floor joists on, there will be one section of this floor that will be lower by 1/8 of an inch. Now, I don't know how much you're going to be able to tell that when you're walking on the floor, but from what I understand through all my research is that's where you're supposed to shim underneath the floor joists. So we will know, because we separated them, we're going to know where the 9 1/8 inch boards are so that we can shim those by 1/8 of an inch and make them flush with the rest of the floor. Unless we forget to do that, and then, you know, we'll have one part of the floor that's 1/8 inch lower than the rest of it. 1/8 inch isn't bad, so not too worried about it, but I would like to try to remember to shim it. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I need to go through here and clean up the mess. We've been barbecuing in here, so we've got the barbecue grill, we've got dinner table, we've got chairs, we've got all kinds of stuff in here. So we need to clear all of this out, except for the lumber. But we need to clear it all out so that we have room to work. We're not really, we don't really want to take it out. We just want to kind of get it out of the way, clean up a little bit, make some room, and then we can get to work on this. Once all the floor joists are up, then we will get the plywood for the floor. So let me get this place cleaned up, and then I'll go get Eddie and we'll get to work. All right, so we need to mark center of the 2x6. Which is 5.5, so what's, do you have a pen or a pencil or something? Half of 5.5 is 2 1/4, right?
2 3/4.
I mean, yeah. And then we want our racket to sit where the string is centered. Go down and hold that end of the string. I couldn't keep it centered on those 2x6s. Can you go down and just take the string and move it over to where it's centered on that center 2x6?
I can't do it, no.
All right, take the 2x6s out. We need to mark the hole.
I have a Sharpie, I heard you.
I don't think so. You don't think your pen will write on concrete?
Pen will write on concrete.
Actually, it does.
Huh?
I said, actually, it does. Well, it didn't stay centered. Didn't even stay in the hole.
You want me to hook the air up?
This is going to take 2 weeks. Okay. That was hard drilling. And we may have to buy 3 more drill bits to do the other 3 holes. You can see the drill bits turning black. Ooh, it's very, very hot. It did not want to drill that. So let's hope we can get the bolt in. Now I don't think we want to put them super tight yet because this can turn. So if we wait until we get them all, like, don't tighten it up. Because we can still put the post in here because the head is below that. And that way when we get the girder put on, we can, you know, we'll have to take it off, put it on, all that. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we want to be able to adjust this to make sure it's straight and all that. So 3 more holes to go. Well, we got a pile of drills and a pile of drill bits, and we cannot get the second hole drilled out. So we're gonna go down to everybody's favorite store, Harbor Freight, and buy a hammer drill that will hopefully last through 3 holes. All we need to do is drill 3 holes, and they've got the cheapest hammer drill, probably because it's gonna break after 1 hole, but let's hope it'll last for 3 holes, and let's hope that it'll drill these holes. We did get some really strong concrete delivered. It was like 4,000 PSI with fibers in it or something, and it's definitely strong because we've used every drill we have and every drill bit we have. We even bought a drill bit, and we cannot drill the 2nd hole. So we're gonna run to the store, and then we'll get back and see if we can finish drilling these holes today. Okay, we got our Harbor Freight special. It was like 25 bucks. So we're not expecting much, but maybe it'll work. You want me to try it? All right, so it's on hammer. Is it going the right way?
Didn't look like it.
Hey, it worked.
That's what I'm talking about.
Watch out. Whoa. I got it. See, it's not down to the tape yet. Well, $25 and it drilled the freaking hole.
1 hole.
Well, how many holes do we need?
2 more.
So we need 2 more drills? Give me the bracket. All right, put the bolt in there. And we'll get it all lined up later after we get them all in. Still got a ways to go. Whoop, too far. Good. I know there's concrete under here somewhere.
You even need it? Won't hurt to dig in the dirt.
You killed it already? Why does it walk?
I don't know, but it won't come. You ain't gonna change it.
I have to, because that's the end of the hole of the bracket. How are we going to adjust?
Maybe we need to start with a pilot hole. I don't know. 'Cause it just walks. Wait a minute. Keep going. Where you at? Where you at?
The bit is warping from being too hot.
Is it warping or in the chuck crooked?
I don't know.
Pull the trigger.
All I know is it's going crooked. Here, take it. I can't feel my legs. Well, here we are. So we got back from Harbor Freight. We drilled that hole you saw. We went through it just like butter. Move on to the next hole and we can't drill it. The only option now is to go all the way back to town, which is a long drive, and get another bit. Or two, one for each hole. I'm not even sure what to do now. This bit has gotten so hot that it's what do you call it? Warped? Isn't warped wood? I don't know, it's warped. It's not going straight, but it won't cut. So not gonna get very far on this floor today, are we? I don't know. We're gonna let the drill bit cool down and try again. If we can't get it today, then tomorrow morning we'll run to town and get another drill bit. Those drill bits are not cheap, and you know, it's only drilled 2 holes and they're only 3 inches deep, so I'm not impressed. Okay, we finally got them drilled. Took a lot of work, but they're all drilled. Now we need to nail these boards together to make the post that the girder is going to sit on. So let's do that. Let's hope that this is different than doing the house.
You mentioned how hot it is.
Yes, it's very, very hot. So when we did this for the house, we found out that the boards aren't the same width. So we flushed up one side of the boards and nailed them all together. And then, I don't know if we messed up or not, because what we did was we put the flush side to the inside of the building instead of the outside of the building. I thought we were going to put it to the outside of the building, but as we put them up, we just happened to put them all on the inside. So the posts that are holding the house up, those right where's my hand? Right there. These posts right here. So one side of it is nice and flush with all 3 2x6s. The other side, you know, one's narrower and then one's wider. And store-bought lumber is the worst. They're not the same length, they're not the same width, they're not the same dryness. What are you gonna do though? Okay, let's nail these things together. Oh, I'm so hot and so tired.
Let's clean up here a little bit so we don't trip over.
I ain't tripping because I ain't getting up. I'm working right here on my butt. If I get up, I'm gonna go jump in the pool. It's too hot. Okay. So, let's see. I know they're all exactly the same because I cut them on the table saw. Yeah, see, these aren't gonna be the same width either. But that won't matter on this application. I hope. Can you toss me the square that's up there though, so I can make sure that the ends are nice and flush? Thank you. Okay, that's good. Just stick some nails in it and we're good to go. Oh, look at that. You only nailed one of them. I thought you said you had 3 inch.
Yeah. This one has 3, not 5.
Yeah, I know.
Good?
Yep. I lied.
Late now.
Okay, so if we mark this now, positive the string is center on the post, right? So we want to bring this to 2 3/4. Whoop, too far. All right, 2 3/4. Am I hitting that thing the wrong way or what? 2 3/4. So okay, if we mark the edge of this now with your pen, we can take those out and then tighten that bolt down. Okay, tighten that down.
I'm looking around for the ratchet socket that's in my hand.
It's like looking for your glasses when they're on top of your head. Everybody does that.
I guess I wasn't looking for them when they're on my face.
Hey, I've done that before. I've had to feel my face, see if my glasses were on.
You sure that's where you want it?
Yes. I mean, it's not like we're making it permanent anyways. It could still move. Not that we want it to, but... Okay. So...
You got screws and
No, we didn't get screws.
I got screws and a screw gun ready for you.
Oh, you did?
Need a hammer?
No?
Why does it look like that's not sitting square in that? Or does that matter?
It doesn't matter. Alright. All of those are in. all of them. There's only 4 of them, but the posts are in there. We still need to add some more screws, but we don't have the right screws, so we're gonna have to pick up some screws tomorrow morning to finish screwing those off. But right now they got a screw on each side, so they're solid. We were just looking at these other brackets we bought. These are called post caps, and so these go 1 on each side, and they get screwed to the post here, and then our girder, which is going to be 3 2x12s, are going to sit in the middle here so that it can't slide off one way or the other from this post. It just gives you a way to hold it on top of there. So this will be screwed solid, and then this will get screwed to the 2x12, so there, it'll go just like that, except this is only 2x6, it's going to be 2x12, so it's going to be way up here, but we'll be able to screw it here on both sides so that the 2x12s can't just fall off of there. So, sorry guys, it is so hot and so humid, and it's just miserable. Our clothes are drenched, just like we jumped in the pool with our clothes on. But, yeah, so the posts are ready to go now. I really think we should probably wait till tomorrow now to go any further, because we're going to need the same screws for the post cap brackets as we need for the post base brackets. So we should probably just put this on hold for now until we can get some screws tomorrow morning, and then pick it up from there. So I really want to go take a cold shower. But that's good for now. We're not going to kill ourselves trying to do this in this heat. I can't believe it's this hot. The heat index is 111 today. And it wasn't like this last year. So if you guys know what's going on with this heat, let us know. But we'll pick it up tomorrow morning after we go to either Lowe's or Home Depot and get some screws that we need for these. Because then we're going to put all those post cap brackets on, and then we'll start putting the 2x12s in there. So we'll pick it up then.